Good evening, guys. Welcome to the Sawalha-Adderleys. We obviously do coffee moaning here. We cover a lot of news. We cover a lot of breaking news stories. We have a very strong 10% of our audience is American, so we're going live to share with you in our fears, our worries, our shock, and our horror surrounding the second killing of an American citizen at the hands of ICE agents, Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents, shot in Minneapolis, in Minnesota. So big trigger warning. Second American citizen killed in the last 2 weeks. Obviously, the other one being Renee Good, who we covered extensively, being shot tragically in the face while she tried to turn her car. Another American citizen was also shot in the leg last week, and another American was blinded in one eye with pepper gas. I mean, there are many other injuries going on, but this, we have footage of another American citizen being killed on the streets of America, and we just want to unpack. We've got footage, so trigger warning. We've got footage of the event from countless different angles, and on that point, I just want to say once again, as was the case with Gaza, the genocide in Gaza, thank God for handsets, because these governments and these marauding monstrous regimes work on the premise of ambiguity, and they still
terror states, because the speed with which they come out with their statements of a total pack of lies is petrifying the thought, as Mark says, if we didn't have a photo. Now, if you could please hit the subscribe button. You know, this is Saturday night. I would like to be lounging around on the bloody sofa, to be honest. But actually, I'm really frustrated. I'm furious at my fury that people just did not fucking wake up to what was going on in Palestine and all the warnings that what they're doing there, they will do anywhere. I am constantly seeing videos of ICE popping up and thinking we're in Gaza.
Yeah,
because it's so like what they do with the IDF. 10 men, their knees all over, full weight on people. It's terrorizing. No difference between a child, a pregnant mother, a bystander, nurses. They don't give a shit. And in our thousands, in our millions, we are all Palestinians. Over and over again, I will say it, I don't care. If people get bored with it, it is a warning. And I hope America, there are so many posts from America saying, are you angry enough yet? Are you angry that you have terrorists on the street that have been given carte blanche, impunity to do whatever they want? They're foolish, though, because it's only in federal law. If this lot ever get kicked out, they're all going to be going to court, because you can't just murder people.
They're not getting kicked out. They wouldn't be doing what they were doing if they thought there was any chance of them getting kicked out. That's the biggest fear.
And do not think for 1 minute that a lot of this is in action already here now. Have you seen the ICE-like videos that Labour have put up on TikTok? Yeah, and don't forget, Farage is coming down the lane, skipping down the lane, and he's going to get up the keys to the Downing Street, because this is the plan. I'm telling you now. So, like, be fucking afraid. I don't care. You know, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. If anyone fears fear, don't listen. We should be afraid, and we should be loud.
And also on that, pleasure, Kerry Yates. It was a brilliant comment on Instagram. On that, I just want to say a couple of things, because most people will often say this, especially in the UK. They'll be like, this doesn't bother us. This isn't on our doorstep. Why are you so knickers in a twist about America? To quote Nadia's friend, when America gets a cold, the rest of the world gets a cold too. But let me stress something even more critical about this. Not only are we seeing play out in America what the likes of Farage, teeny tiny Tommy, Badenoch would like to happen here in the UK.
Badenoch said she's going to have ICE.
Admittedly, we don't have guns, but you can still have brutalism, brutality, and an egregious breach of human rights. Just look at all the Palestine Action protesters or peaceful people
the
sitting
grannies,
down. Hang on. So
the blind, the old.
So you've got the equivalence of it happening here. But I hate to say it, guys, if this catches in the way that it appears to be catching, because this is what Trump wants. Don't think Trump and all of his acolytes are sat there going, oh God, this is really bad. We need to do something about it. They precisely want this. And here's the other thing. If America tips into lawlessness in various states, which if it happens in enough states, America tips into lawlessness, do not for a minute think that that lawlessness will not have a domino effect on every other single civilized, non-civilized country on the planet.
Dictators will rule okay.
Absolutely. So what we've got here, we've got a profile, a very brief, but obviously we're pulling this together. We've only just got back from the cinema. We're pulling this together. We've got a profile of the victim. We've got many angles on the actual event, the shooting. And I've got a response from Stephen Miller, who will
curl your hair.
He is a member of the Gestapo.
He is. Yes, they're Nazis.
And I've got Donald Trump's response on Truth Social. We've also got Jacob Frey, who is the mayor for Minnesota, his comments, and we've got some comments from Tim Walz. As we came on to air, as I understand it, though I couldn't verify it anywhere else on any of the mainstream media, Tim Walz is about to issue the national, or instruct the National Guard to go in. Now, that sounds like, well, hang on a minute. Tim Walz is on the side of the Minnesotans. And why would he be triggering the National Guard? What he wants in triggering the National Guard is his people going in and sorting out the unrest. What he doesn't want is what they're calling here, which I think the phraseology is perfect. I just pulled it in. Where was it? A federal occupation. Governor Tim Walz condemns federal occupation as the victim is identified as Alex Pretty, 37.
Intensive care nurse.
An
there as an observer.
ICU nurse. So I think we should go to some of the footage that we've got. So trigger warning. You're going to see a different angles on a huge scuffle. There may be some repetition of some content. We've been grabbing and
because, as I say, we came in for the cinema, went to a nice quiet night, but we can't ignore this because this is about the world, and everyone should be worrying about the world. Because if everyone worried, too many people are just lackadaisical. Somebody else will sort this out. Please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. It helps these videos from independent channels to get out because, you often get one line or it's very late what's happening. And it's just really important we're all engaged.
And on that note, just hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe, hit the notification, all that stuff. Also, only because us, countless other channels covering this, are at risk at all times. Someone came on Coffee Moaning the other day and said, Jesus Christ, Mark, how long can Coffee Moaning keep going on, holding the torch to the feet of these absolute fuck bastards who are running America, run this country, and are tipping the planet into inevitable fucking chaos. So this is the first clip that I'm going to show you.
Man, and they keep pushing people,
This is from the donut shop opposite.
Which they have many of, and so just watching out for people. There's a close-up shot later, you'll see him.
They're bundled onto the floor.
He was just filming them.
What the
Smashing them with something.
Gunshots.
They killed him.
There he is lying on the floor.
Dude.
That's an execution.
Not again. Are you fucking kidding me? That guy's dead.
That's an execution.
Yo, we need people on site.
Okay, so that's the first angle. We're going to give you another angle now. This is footage of the man who gets shot just prior to being shot.
With his camera, not with a gun. With his camera, look.
This was footage. Video shows ICE agent pushing shooting victim as he records them. Just hit play again on that. That's him being put. That's him there. That's
see, his other hand had nothing in it. Look, see how his other hand's got nothing in it.
Okay.
Because you need to know that for when you hear what the administration are pumping out.
This angle shows you one of the other ICE agents kind of clapping, I believe.
Woohoo, man, yeah, man.
ICE agent, literally ICE agent in the middle. That's 12 shots.
Clapping.
12, thugs. At least 12 shots.
to a man who had nothing in his left hand and a camera in his right hand. It is totally legal in America to film police officers, federal officers. Thank God. They're probably going to make that illegal next.
Of course they are. Absolutely.
They're going to say you're not allowed to film.
If you film, the irony is, if you mask up, they say it's illegal, but all the ICE agents are masked. Okay. So I counted 12 shots in that clip just then. I'm holding that clip back because I want to listen to them again. 12 gunshots, clapping their hands. Here's another angle on it.
Police brutality! They are hitting that observer! They are kicking them in the face!
Observers.
They're observers.
So what you have to understand is when you're on marches, the marches that we've been on in London, both, for want of a better expression, sides. So the Zionists and the campaigners for peace and stopping the killing of innocents and the genocide, both sides are allowed to have what they call legal observers on the ground. They are people making sure the law is being observed.
Now, we don't know if it's the same thing there. We don't know if they have a legal observer, but I listened to the News Agents podcast the other day. They were in Minnesota, and it's quite incredible how these groups of volunteers, and I don't know whether he's one of them, but it looks like he might be, are just out to witness, to bear witness, to film. That when ICE agents seen around, they go out into the streets and they whistle. It's so chilling when it happens at night. You see them, they're coming, and people go into their homes. Oh my God.
Humanitarianly saying IDF vibes. It's identical to the IDF.
Yeah.
And it's identical to the IDF.
And they have an office in the IDF in Israel.
And also going back to what you were just saying, they'll probably try and make it illegal to film. No, what they've done one better. They've made everyone who does film now think they are a viable target.
And let's not forget when Renee Good was shot.
Yes.
Do you remember 2 days later when a woman was filming an ICE agent and he said, have you people not learned anything yet? And she goes, why? What's the lesson here? What's the lesson here? What, that we're going to get shot if we film you? So
I'm going to show you another clip. As you move through these clips, you get closer and closer to the event. What you will finally end up seeing, there's so many ICE agents on him. They take a gun away from him, or someone walks away with a gun. He's a legal gun owner. He wasn't waving it around. It was in his holster. For God's sake, you can't champion everyone's fucking right to be a gun owner and a gun holder, and then somehow spuriously use that as some justification. Talk about fucking tipping and tilting the fucking balance in your favor all the time.
Have you got that influencer that I gave? Because she has great shots of that very thing.
Police brutality! They are hitting
And I'll just show the rest of it. I'll put it
They
somewhere.
are kicking them in the face!
Oh my God! Just come to me.
11 gunshots. There he is.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Get back! Get back!
No!
Poor America.
Oh my God! You are so evil!
Look at them backing off as they're petrified.
Stop.
Oh my
Stop
God.
talking.
Poor.
They have just shot a man.
They shot that guy.
I
No.
Oh,
know.
this is how shocked
They
he
have
is.
shot a man. They have shot a legal observer.
Legal observer.
Call 911. Call 911.
They just shot somebody.
Call 911.
I'm calling 911.
They won't let them in America.
I know. Let's we keep each
Never
other safe though.
never-
Okay, let's get him in the keep some space.
Now, I just want to say just quickly, it's
We
really
just have a
important to say
moment
this.
Remembering Palestine. At the moment.
It's really important to say this. I don't know who it was who was on the podium alongside Jacob Frey and the head of police, but there was another woman. She might have been the Attorney General for Minnesota. She was saying that businesses are shuttering everywhere. People aren't taking their children to school.
She also said she's worked in Iraq and the countries where we're supposed to fear what life on the streets was like. She says it's exactly the same what's happening here, didn't she?
Yeah, no, and on that, the really
strong.
important thing to say, she was also saying communities don't recover from this.
Yeah.
Children,
The trauma.
families will not recover from this trauma. They made a film about a huge civil rights, I forget the name of it. It starred John Boyega, and it was Detroit. I think it was called Detroit. You know, that was a moment. These are countless different moments happening all in the space of just 2 weeks. I'm going to move through to the next clip, because what you will start to see in the melee of activity is a gun being removed. It wasn't being threatened. It wasn't being used. I'm going to get onto in a minute the Trump regime accusing this guy of being a potential assassin. If he's a potential assassin for owning a gun, what the fuck does that make every ICE officer wielding guns in the fashion that they do? But you also see them take the gun away, and you do see one of the guys in one of the angles shooting. And I just counted on the last one. There's 11 to 12 shots.
They all gone
with the gun
man.
having been taken from him. The gun is taken first. The gun is taken first.
That's deranged. That's completely, they've lost their minds when they do that.
There's drop site news.
So sorry to our American followers. How are you bearing this?
So this is the guy here. This guy on the right is the guy who gets shot in a minute.
Wow.
Just walked in front of the camera.
Just witnessing.
I think this is the pink ladies.
Yeah.
So there he is. That's him standing in the middle there.
Filming.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh,
right. So he's in there trying to stop them throwing her to the floor. There he is. He's bundled. He's by the car. See, he's pushed over now. He's about to die.
oh God, this man
There
is
he
about
is.
to die.
He's being pulled.
A good
What
citizen.
is wrong with you?
Behind a gun.
Honestly.
No one thinks it's going to get worse at this point.
Oh, that poor woman
Watch
is
this
so
guy here in the
close.
middle, leaning over them. He pulls his gun, shoots.
Oh.
That's the guy.
The fuck did you just do? What the fuck did you just do? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god! Oh my god!
You saw the guy on that angle. I'm going to zoom in, slow-mo it so we can all see the fucker. Now, the other thing, I don't know if it's, I'm only saying this, we might repeat some content from Tim Frey. Local law enforcement tried to enter the crime scene. Do you remember us talking about Rennie Good? And we talked also about Charlie Kirk. There seems to be no due process anymore in America for any crime scene. You don't draw out a chalk around the body. You don't cordon it off. And you don't get forensics in for some reason. And in this instance, law enforcement went to access the crime scene. Federal ICE agents refused access. They immediately went and got a warrant from a judge in the county to access the crime scene, and they were still refused access. This is a dictatorship. And can I just pause for a second, because I am going to lose my shit. And this government, this American regime, and our government and our media wants to keep pointing us towards Iran, wants to keep pointing us to other regimes around the world.
What is
and
this?
Ignore this.
What is this?
This is the most dangerous
It's supposed to be the
country.
beacon of the free world. You're having a fucking laugh.
Trump attacks Iran's policy on protesters. The irony.
Can we have that girl? Because it's really good.
The one that you...
The influencer.
Not that one. I think it's this one. There he is.
Oh, look at him being sprayed everywhere.
Right, so he's in the...
Oh, he's
He's on the floor now.
Can you imagine his terror? He's all disorientated. He's trying to help the woman. He's trying to help the woman do the right thing. Look, he's trying to protect himself.
This guy's standing here. Right here.
Oh, it's him, is it? Wow, he wasn't in any danger whatsoever, was he?
No. So is he the guy discharging?
Traumatized.
She's freeze framing he's running off the gun.
Where are you running to, mate? How'd you sleep at night?
They pistol whipped him as he went when he first went down.
Did they? Is that what they were punching him with? Just a little moment talking about the trauma that goes on. Well, Mark, see if you can find that one. I sent it on Mark, I think.
Is she in it? Is her face on it?
Yeah. It's one of those where they're talking in front of them.
Okay.
So this is a child's handwritten note that has gone viral, talking about that it's left for a friend. Look, that childlike handwriting. So, if ice takes me, it's done little pictures. Don't forget about me. I will be in El Salvador. You're my best friend, the brother I never had. I cry every night thinking that they will come for me at school. Saw me. Drawn little flowers, eyes, you know, such a kiddie drawing, crying. You know, that's America. Children not going to school. They have volunteers all over Minnesota going to people that are too terrified to come out of their homes. They're going into hospitals. I saw a nurse the other day talking about somebody being taken from ICU.
They've removed the apparently, allegedly, they're removing the restrictions on them not being able to enter private properties. They don't need warrants, which means they're not only going to knock from door to door, they're going to come through your front door. This is coming to this country. And if you don't find it fucking compelling, or if it doesn't matter to you, and I'm not saying it to the vast majority of people here,
are engaged.
You are engaged, of course. But people who stumble across this and just sort of cock an eyebrow and go, well, whatever.
It's like I was just saying on Instagram, there's somewhere in London at the moment, there's a peaceful protest going on.
Wormwood Scrubs, they're being kettled in.
They've been kettled in, and underneath, people are putting pepper spray, the lot of them.
Yeah, that's
you know why?
Brutalism.
Oh, let's just pepper spray. People get off on it. Keyboard warriors that wouldn't go out and have a fight. Go on, fuck them all up.
This
girl is
His
great.
cell phone, and it was enough of a threat. It sounds very familiar. This lawful gun owner never held a gun, never pointed a gun at anybody, but it was enough of a threat to 7 armed thugs who pepper sprayed, beat him, tossed him to the ground, and shot him to death. Yet when MAGA militia show up to a No Kings protest, or better yet, to storm the Capitol, armed, pointing their gun at other people, for some reason, this man, it's not a threat. Why isn't the White House posting about him? Being armed is not an indication of threat. It is our right. So the Don't Tread on Me people are mad that the people of Minnesota are using their Second Amendment right. Here's a MAGA woman at a No Kings protest, clearly with a weapon, and clearly grabbing her weapon right there. And yes, she's tossed to the ground, but she doesn't get shot in the face. She's not called a terrorist. Here's a guy with a weapon protruding from his back. Seems to be okay. All of this, not a threat. No threat. Not a threat. No, it's fine. America's broken. For years, we lectured that this was acceptable.
Yeah, look at this. The irony, says Rose. This is a really good comment. Rosie Roche. The irony is it will be the non-Trump supporting Americans who will need to rise up and make their country great again.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What the Americans are learning.
MAGA has actually pulled it down into the gutter.
What the Americans are learning the hard way, and I'm not suggesting for a minute that the vast majority of people who are being taken in by ICE, what have you, were pro-Israel. What Americans right now are discovering, if you are on the receiving end of ICE, is what it means to be a Palestinian. Because if you not even fight back vaguely at all, if you try to do a 3-point turn or film someone, you can be shot. Welcome to Palestine. Welcome to Palestine. And that doesn't mean it's deserved, but it's just like fucking hell. Only when Americans are going to go through this, ordinary Americans are forced to.
Because they tried it out on Palestine, right? They've tried it out. International law now does not exist. There, we've got Netanyahu on the board of peace for Gaza, the actual genocider.
So I'm just going to
International Court of Justice has a warrant out for his arrest. There is do what they want. Philly boots, do whatever you want.
Alex J. Pretty is the guy in question who's been killed. Here he is, hiking, an ICU nurse, a legal observer, keen outdoors guy, Let me just read here.
Protecting the woman who they manhandled. Not
Here, listen
excuse
to
me,
this.
can I just say
It gets
something, Mark?
even better.
Before even to be smashed to the ground,
Pistol whip.
the shock, the pain. So that was happening to that woman first. He went up. She was absolutely so shocked. The pain of banging your head on that hard ice, just the beginning of it. Then smashed over and over again in the head with if it was a pistol, while you're totally disorientated from the pepper spray. You've got to have no feelings for a human being
Absolutely
to pile
not.
on 7 of you.
They've been given immunity.
And I'm sorry, all of those men there, if they were on their own, they wouldn't pick a fight.
No.
They would not pick a fight.
They've been given immunity. I've heard in some parts of America, people are buying ice outfits and masks
to protect themselves.
So that when they come into town, they won't come up to them. They might just think they're one of their own
Except they
people.
might get somebody that's fed up with them in Minnesota. Very dangerous.
True. So the man killed, so just a bit more detail on him, because we have a victim here, Alex J. Pretty. He was an intensive care nurse at a Department of Veterans Affairs hospital, cared deeply about people, and was deeply upset by Trump's immigration crackdown in his city.
Oh my God.
Was an avid outdoorsman who enjoyed getting in adventures with Jewel, his beloved dog, who also recently died. He participated in protests following the killing of Renee Good.
Now, can I just say something? When I'm going, oh my God, every single person that has been attacked by ICE and brutalized in this way, I feel the same way about. Documented, undocumented. I don't care. You don't treat people like this.
Exactly.
But in 2025, 35 people died in ICE detention. The ICE detention centers have been saying, we're not responsible for any sexual assaults that happen in here. You know, I am horrified for every single human being. Why I'm saying that there, oh my God, is because the messaging of it from the administration, no one is safe.
No.
He's works in a veterans hospital in ICU. You know,
he's got every.
You'd think the way that Americans love their veterans, apparently love their military.
And it's an awful thing to say. He's white.
He's
white.
A man. He's a legal observer. He's a legal gun holder, nicely holstered, packed away as it should be. And they're going to, well, they already have, because you'll see in a minute what they did, how they're describing that. So it's like, everybody, watch it.
Well, here we go. Safe. Here's Donald Trump's Truth Social. This is the gunman's gun. Let me just show you what he posted. This is allegedly the gunman's gun.
Did he say allegedly? Or did
no,
he say this
I said it. This is the gunman's gun, says Trump, loaded with 2 additional 4 magazines and ready to go. Right. What is that all about? Where are the local police? Why weren't they allowed to protect ICE officers? The mayor and the governor called them off. It's stated that many of these police were not allowed to do their job, that ICE had to protect themselves. Why does Ilhan Omar have $34 million in her account? And he goes on and on about, keeps going on about cover-ups. Let our ICE patriots do their job. 12,000 illegal alien criminals, many of them violent, have been arrested and taken out of Minnesota. Okay, but the real kind of the main event here, the main event is Stephen Miller on X stating this: a would-be assassin tried to murder federal law enforcement and the official Democrat account sides with the terrorists. A would-be assassin. Did you see in any of that material?
A would-be assassin.
From 6 different angles, a would-be assassin.
Anyone think that looked like a would-be assassin? Because maybe we're wrong, Mark. Maybe we're just not seeing it.
ICE murdered a man for recording them with a cell phone. None of us are safe.
A legal observer.
Little did he know he was going to die. I mean, I just find it so shocking. Okay, I'm going to play you.
Where are the Democrats?
Well,
like in government.
Where are the Democrats? Let's have a listen to Jacob Frey.
A video of more than 6 masked agents pummeling one of our constituents and shooting him to death. How many more residents, how many more Americans need to die or get badly hurt for this operation to end? How many more lives need to be lost before this administration realizes that a political and partisan narrative is not as important as American values? I'm done being told that our community members are responsible for the vitriol in our streets. I'm done being told that our local elected officials are solely responsible for turning down the temperature to President Trump. This is a moment to act like a leader. Put Minneapolis, put America first in this moment. Let's achieve peace. Let's end this operation, and I'm telling you, our city will come back. Safety will be restored. We're asking for you to take action now to remove these federal agents.
Rachel Thomas says Farage has been pumping up Trump's ego today after this awful week. Huge red flags everywhere. Unreal. Reform and the Tories are going to double down on the politics of hate. The politics of hate.
Division.
And what they're going to, and the reason they're going to double down on it is this: even those of us who have hope and are pacifists and have not a violent bone in our bodies and in no way want anyone to be hurt, when you are pushed to a place of no choices, people start to make decisions and irrational moves that then can get them into all sorts of trouble.
And nobody must do that.
Nobody must do that. But that is
what
what they're gunning for.
Yeah.
That's why they're putting the pressure. That's why they're exerting the pressure. And I go back to the only suggestion that we could make, which was on Friday, which is everyone needs to just stop fucking working. Everyone needs to sit down at the same time. Stop the system. It's just shocking. I'm just going to play Tim Waltz, who's the governor.
I call on you once again, remove this force from Minnesota. They are sowing chaos and violence. We've seen deadly violence from federal agents again and again and again. And I call on all Americans to see the decency that this state is exhibiting and the horrific cruelty, unprofessional, absolute abomination that is passing for what these ICE agents are doing on our streets. Do I have any confidence Donald Trump will do the right thing? No, I don't have a lot of confidence Donald Trump will do the right thing. Thank God we have video, because according to DHS, these 7 heroic guys took an onslaught of a battalion against them or something. It's nonsense, people. America, as you're listening, enough is enough. Enough is enough of this. End this. End this.
And he's so fucking right. Thank God for video.
But if
Thank
they
God
fight,
for video.
the one thing that cannot be is violence, because all he wants is to bring the army in so he doesn't have to have the midterms, so he can stay doing exactly what he wants.
So I think potentially it's a really good decision if he gets the National Guard in, because the National Guard, just to remind you, the Minnesotan National Guard, not Trump's.
Yeah, explain it to me.
Well, every state, every single state has its own National Guard, which is.
And are they police or are they army?
No, they're like territorial army we have here, but they are specific to the state. So when he calls up, when he says, "I'll call up the Minnesotan National Guard," as he said in one of his previous speeches, I'm calling up men and women who work and live in this community. They
do what though?
To manage the peace, on the streets, to make sure that to make sure people don't over-respond to ICE, to quell things. They're not on a side, they are there to quell it, but they will be quelling it without the agenda of these thugs.
But the thugs presumably can do whatever they want to them, because not
necessarily. I think that's where it then becomes potentially Civil War-esque. Minnesotan National Guarders are going to be more favorable to Minnesotan civilians they see being treated badly. And I think the National Guard would be in their right to intercept and interfere with any ICE agents if they saw behavior like this.
No, but what I mean is won't ICE attack those?
ICE cannot attack the National Guard.
Right.
If they do, it's a declaration of civil war.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's what I'm worried about.
That's why him doing it, he's got to make the decision, assuming they are not going to cross that Rubicon.
But what if they do?
They won't. That's it. No, I'm saying they won't.
That's all right.
No, I'm saying they won't. If they do,
that's what I'm asking.
If they do, we are into civil war.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, because I think they will. That's what I'm asking.
It will be civil war. I mean, it won't be civil war across the country, but this is a test ground for every other blue state.
They are saying, aren't they, that we're in the first stage of civil war?
Yeah.
I think it's Philadelphia University.
ICE can't, thank you, Mitri, it's right. ICE cannot go up against the National Guard. Hierarchically, they can't.
So can he totally make that decision?
Yeah, but here's the problem. I don't know if you remember when Trump sent the reason there was issues in Los Angeles was Trump was sending the National Guard from somewhere else. I think Texas, wasn't he? That was sympathetic to him into California.
Yeah.
What he might do, he might send a National Guard in from a Republican state. And then you could have two National Guards squabbling.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
America is so
happen.
sorry for you. And something like it is coming towards us. Not as bad, obviously, because we don't have your ludicrous.
Look at this, Denise Walsh, the Irish problems. We have huge American followers and Irish. This is what happened in Northern Ireland when Catholics were attacked at civil rights marches. People then created no-go areas to protect people from the police. This is disastrous. This is catastrophic. This is and interestingly, just we're not going to go into it in any detail, but the Ayatollah is apparently underground in a bunker, because I think the PR team around Trump will be looking at this, and if they start to feel that this spinning away from them, they'll bomb Iran.
And all those innocent people. A lot of innocent people around the world being murdered at the moment, aren't there, by psychopathic leaders? Let's not forget the Congo and the Sudan and
Judy. Hi, Judy, sweetie. Yeah, you're right. I think he's wanted to call up. No, that's right. The other thing that he could do, Trump, in response to the Minnesota National Guard, is he could send in the military. So you've got police, you've got ICE.
Who's at the top?
Hang on, this is hierarchy. So you've got police at the bottom, then you've got ICE, then you've got National Guard, then you've got the army. And
but only Trump can send in the army.
Yeah, but as Judy, who's been following us for years, says, he's sending in a particular crack squad. It's the 82nd Battalion, which is their highest skill, most skilled paratroopers.
Okay, well, let's just talk about that then. The highest, most skilled paratroopers are professionals who are there, who know they are there to serve Americans, not to murder Americans. So maybe he doesn't fully understand that, because everything that I've heard when I listen to these ex-colonels talking everything, professional soldiers will want to stick to the Constitution.
Well, Mitchell says, I don't think Trump can. He needs congressional approval. We are at a point, okay. I mean, I was firm in saying they won't, because that's how Tim Walz has to operate. Tim Walz has to operate from the perspective.
No, I know that, but I was saying...
No, you're absolutely right. I suppose the reason I was being, of course, they can, the government, but if they do, that is completely tears up. It's lawlessness in America.
That's what I thought.
I mean, that's why this is such a significant moment. I mean, look, MRK40 says the same thing. I get what you're saying, Mark, but when did we think this could happen in America? So law and order has gone. We are literally hanging on.
We're watching it. We're watching them being murdered. And what the terrifying thing is the absolute blanket lies from the administration.
He was an assassin. I mean, just let that sink in. You just saw 7 different angles being killed, and they're trying to claim he was an assassin. Okay, we'll be obviously...
How can we live in Spain?
Oh, my God. Well, the problem for Spain and Ireland and anyone who pushes against these fucking monstrous regimes, they're going to be destroyed financially. Yeah. I can't... Where is the way out? Anyway, guys...
Please hit the subscribe button, guys. Let this video get out. Channels to follow, TYT.
Midas Touch.
I've had it. Midas Touch. Breaking Points.
Drop Site
really
News.
Good. Drop Site News. Excellent. Owen Jones. Those are all Miss San Harriman. He's just on Instagram. He's not on YouTube. And if you do see anybody that you think is coming from a heart and a place with their heart and that some sort of moral compass, and just give them that subscribe, give them that like. It helps to push out. We want to push out more goodness.
Oh, Judy says, anyone over there want to adopt a 57-year-old American woman and a little dog? It must be so unsettling.
We feel like this about here. if reform get in.
We
don't want to live here if reform is in.
to all of our
All that
American
hate
followers
and racism. No, thank you.
And to all of our American
No.
followers, sending you all of our regards. We know it's not all of you. We know that you're being forced into a bear trap, even if this isn't at
And
your
RTE
particular door.
News. Good point. We never watch
Yeah,
RTE News. We must do that.
So as we sign off, let's just leave it with this is an image of
Poor
Alex
man,
Pretty.
all his family. And you know who else I want to have a moment's thought for? Everyone who's witnessed this.
Yeah.
Whether you were on the street, top tier witness, my God, how will you recover? But for all of us, this is traumatic. This is America. You know, what's that tune that we were watched the video of again? This is America. This is America. We're all just going, this is America. As Angelina Jolie said yesterday, I don't recognize my country at all.
I don't want to be sensationalist, but when we talk about needing to possibly move, this is what began to happen in 1930s Germany. People could, at this stage, say in 1935-6, before the tightness of 39, when obviously war started, it was in 34-35, people with their heads screwed on were really seeing and hearing the mood music, and they were like, I think we need to move. We're going to be having a serious conversation about what we do, and I think everyone should really think, like, if you come from Ireland or you live in Ireland, you know, just think about it. Unless we can really supercharge the Greens.
Somebody said to me the other day, Irish woman, she said, if you're thinking about it, because you've got to do it soon.
Because everyone else is going to do it as well.
They're going to put restrictions on it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Lots of love, and obviously, if this evolves or develops, we will update you. If there is what looks like an attack on Iran, poor old Nadia's parents are out in the region. We will probably be bringing that to you tomorrow as well.
Well, they're not in Iran, they're in Jordan. I don't
nearby.
want them in that region. But guys, just on another note, obviously, I had the funeral this week of our beloved Hannah. And then the day after the funeral, our lovely Pat died. And it's been a hell of a year all round. If you go from January 2025 to now. So we didn't get the members live done. So we're going to do a No Name Sunday live show tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. Probably sometime between 11 and 12. We're going to work it out and we'll tell you. So don't forget that members area. That is totally politics free. It's just hanging out around our place, cooking, Mark do some topics, but no politics. We like to say it's a cozy escape from the world. So if you want to join us, you can become a member. It's $1.99 a month, and I reckon it's the cheapest members area you can get for what you're given. So yeah.
And Judy, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for people to supporting the channel.
That's my mate Steve. Steve is just, thank you so much.
Hi,
Kyle Kalensky on Secular Talk is very good.
Steve
Masters, veteran, RAF veteran. I made a documentary with him, traveling across America. We are going to be talking to him very soon.
I want you to do a live with him.
Yeah, we will. Steve, thank you so much.
All right, lots of love,
Take
guys.
care, guys.
Mission you already.
Bye.